Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tua going to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early. And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And incomplete on the deep ball.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
The pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out there.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On the return is Cohen. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Herbert just beat the play clock. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's airing it out for Williams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. The Chargers hit 9-3 here on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Herbert now. He'll find Williams on the slant. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And some room to run now. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Bearcats make it a 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first and 10, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Charger football to start quarter number 2. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Herbert throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Caught left side, Williams. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Caught by Allen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Herbert throwing again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's in.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Herbert back to the air. And it's caught. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out, and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
They snap it to Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7.
Makes the score. Chargers 14. Dolphins 7.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This taken in at the goal line.
No blocking, but Monday on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yep.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams on his way to a monster monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Benogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Tua.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Tua sets up to pass it. This is caught by Hilton.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Tua now on 1st down.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
2nd down and 5.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. The Charger drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That is caught. It's Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. His first catch of this 3rd quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And able to use the stiff arm to gain left.
Out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you? But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're...
It brings up fourth. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a fourth down. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Now Hill to return it.
Hill on the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Now Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Tua on fourth down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily, you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E! This offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Here's Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Tua caught left side by Hilton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Tua's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
From midfield, here's Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 39. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And some room to work. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 76 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. First down, and they stick with Eckler. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Once more, here's Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Chargers, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3.